Hello, I'm back. We got a lot to catch up on, so stay tuned. Hello, my friends. It's been so long. I know it's been since 2018 I have talked to you. And I apologize. I have not been in the mental space, nor have I felt it in my heart to do it. So, therefore, I haven't done it. I don't like to feel forced to do things. I don't like to feel obligated. When it comes to speaking about things of heart's concern or whatever. So today I said, let me make a YouTube video. So here I am making a YouTube video. I don't have my camera hooked up, don't have my computer out or anything like that. I'm doing it on my phone. So I just wanted to catch you guys up on, tell you I'm coming back. Right now I am on a sabbatical from Instagram, but it started off as a 40-day fast kind of thing, and prayer, and then it just turned into, I don't know how long it's been now. I think I've got off of it in July, and I wasn't doing too well mentally in July. I was dealing with a lot. My nephew had just committed suicide, and we talked every day. We talked that day he did that, and it just wrecked me. I was already a mess before that, and that just took on a level 0 to 10 being the highest level of mess. I was already at an 8, okay? And when that happened, I was over a 10. So I just had to take a step back because, on Instagram, Facebook, you're bombarded with so many images and so many opinions, and it was just too much for me. And I knew that I needed to take a break and reevaluate my own life and just get it together. So anyways, I'm here. Let's see where I can start. So the last time I talked to you, I had gained weight. I was 266. So I was 46 pounds over the weight I like to be. I like to be at 220. I have weighed less than 220. I've weighed 189, 200, whatever. But 220 seems to be my sweet spot. Especially if I have a lot of muscle on me and stuff. I really like the way my body looks at 220. So right now though, oh my God. Yes, right now I am 3. You got it. 28. I was 376, 378. I had to be, so okay. See, I got so much to say. I don't want this video to be more than 15 minutes. So let's get it. 2008 was a fucked up year. Now, it was a fucked up year. It's no ands, if, buts, positive vibes to it. It was fucked up year. Yes, bad things happen, good things happen. But overall, it was a very challenging year for me. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Any way it could have challenged me, it did. So March on my birthday, I was in Hawaii. My mom was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's cancer. So that rocked my world. So I helped her. She decided not to do chemo. She decided not to do any of that, but she did want to go to she was being seen at a research. It's called MD Anderson. It's in Houston. MD Anderson Hospital. It's a research hospital. So all her doctors were there. So I went through the whole process with her, driving down to Houston with her, going back. She was in Arkansas, going to Arkansas, making her food, doing groceries, all that stuff. I did that. I would work my 3 days, get off work, drive straight to Arkansas, grocery shop, meal prep her food, come back home, and then go back to work. So I didn't take care of myself the way I needed to take care of myself in that moment. And I'm not blaming anybody because it's my fault. I know that self-care and all that is important. And I did not do that. I started neglecting myself. And around June, my husband and I was like, you know what? No, it was before June. So that was March. So about April, May, my husband and I were like, look, we need to work on this fertility thing. So we went to the male fertility doctor, and not male fertility, sorry. We went to the fertility doctor, but the reason why we ended up getting fertility treatments was due to male factor infertility. And anytime I say fertility medication or whatever, people automatically assume, what was wrong with you? And sometimes I wonder why in our society everything always has to be the woman's fault. Sometimes it's the men too, and they're usually the one not getting checked out, quite frankly. So anyway, it was male factor infertility, but since it's my body and they had to see how my eggs were, to time when to do the IUI with inject the semen. Basically, they use hormones to kind of take over your body, and they know exactly the time to inseminate you and all that. So I did end up taking those medications. I did not want to do that, but sometimes you just say, okay, if I want a baby, I want a family, I'm going to do this, and that's what I did. And I couldn't really go on any deep cleanses because after the process, it's like, hey, a baby might be there. And some herbs are contradicted when you are pregnant. So it was one of those shady situations for me. However, I let go and just said, okay, I'm doing this. And we got pregnant. So that's a whole nother video if you guys want more information on the process of the fertility process. I'm an open book when it comes to it, and I'll help anybody I can dealing with that, because it is something that you have to research, and you really do need a support team in itself that has dealt with that kind of thing when it comes to the infertility process and all the negative pregnancy tests. I mean, all that stuff, miscarriage, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your marriage. It just takes a toll on anybody that's involved personally in that situation. So I'm very open when it comes to that. So if you have questions, you can you can email me, message me, whatever. I'm here. So anyways, we got pregnant. I had a baby in March. The pregnancy was high-risk pregnancy, most of it. I started hemorrhaging at 8 weeks, threatened miscarriage, and put on bed rest, and with a lot of restrictions. And then I would go in and out. So throughout my whole pregnancy, I don't think hardly anybody knows this information I'm giving you. So throughout my pregnancy, I was hospitalized like 6 times, might have been more. The longest stay was about 4 or 5 days, and I ended up having the baby at 37 weeks, natural vaginal delivery, all that to start hemorrhaging and then being rushed to the OR. And my doctor didn't want me to be put under, so they hurried and gave me epidural after the birth, and I had an epidural when I went into the OR for emergency surgery. Thankfully, they did not have to do the emergency surgery. They were able to get the placenta out manually with his hand. Oh my God. And I lost a lot of blood. My blood pressure bottomed out. All my vitals bottomed out. They almost lost me, and it's by the grace of God I'm here talking to you right now. So my view on life is a lot different. How I treat life is a lot different. How I treat my time is a lot different, and how I'm treating myself is a lot different. Fast forward, after all those complications, I started having issues with my heart, because after my blood pressure bottomed all the way out, okay, it spiked up like dangerously high. And so it was at that point. Now here I go through my whole pregnancy trying to eat vegan, non-GMO, organic. I mean, because it's really, honestly, that's my lifestyle. That's how we shop. That's how we eat. Organic, natural cleaning products, skin products, you name it. I mean, that's how I attempt to live my life. But oh, when they told me, oh, you gotta have blood pressure medicine, like I was starting to get angry. Like, oh, I didn't sign up for all this. But truth is, when you get pregnant, you sign up for all the unknown. You don't know how your body's gonna respond. You don't know what's gonna happen. And that's just that. So I did go home with a heart monitor, and every time I would stand up I would get very dizzy and I feel like I'm passing out. And so I'm a new mom, I'm feeling like that, and just trying to get myself together. I gained a lot of weight. I think all those avocados definitely, and mangoes definitely were not my friend, with the chips and avocado toast. That was like my everyday food. Mangoes and like 4 or 5 avocados with 5 slices of bread. It was bad, y'all. I gained a lot of weight. I gained over 120 pounds. I didn't even know that was going to be possible, but I did it. So here I am, working to get the weight off. Let me also back up and say that when I told you my mom was diagnosed with that cancer, she didn't get chemo or anything like that, and we did it all natural. She is actually, as of March 2019, she's been cancer free. Yay! And we're so blessed. And so, anyways, so that was a blessing in itself, because I went through my whole pregnancy like, dang, am I gonna lose my mama? It's just so much to deal with. And so after my pregnancy, I was just starting to feel, now if 0 to 10, and 10 being considered the greatest hot mess you can be, about April or May, April, May, June, I was probably an 8. Then my nephew committed suicide in June, and it was devastating. It shook my whole world, y'all. That's my baby Jakeem. And I talked to him every day. I had been talking to him every day. I talked to him that day, and it just shook me. And I still can't describe it. But it took me to a greater than a 10 of a hot ass mess, right when I thought I was getting myself together. So I started working on this weight in May, and then May 23rd, and so by the time I lost my nephew, I started at 376, 378. I was like 351. And so when I went to California, everything just fell apart. My focus, I just wasn't focused on that anymore. My whole shift, like I wasn't focused on weight loss. I didn't care. Like I had to force myself to eat for, milk purposes, but it was just like I wasn't as dedicated and focused, because the way my body works, I have to be consistent, and I was not being consistent at anything. Not that I was eating a bunch of trash or anything, but I was eating way more than I needed to eat because I wasn't working out. And the intake, the portion sizes were just way too big. And I gained weight back, and I just started back on my journey to get this weight off this month, actually. And when I weighed in, I was 358, and so this morning I was 328. So I've gotten rid of a good amount of weight this month, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm just going to keep going. My goal is, though, if I'm consistent, as long as I'm consistent, I should be down 100 pounds by March. Definitely 100 pounds by March. If I could bet on myself, which I did, 100 pounds, 120 pounds by March, I would be down from 370. So 6. So that's what I'm working on. I said once I get to the 300 mark, I'm going to start documenting my journey and sharing it. I've been documenting, but just not sharing it. I just don't have the energy, and I want to get in my own groove before I start having to take pictures of my food and post it and all that. I do plan on getting back on Instagram pretty soon. But I just wanted to touch base with you. See, it's 15 minutes now. I just wanted to touch bases with you guys and say I'm here, I'm alive, I'm fine. I'm just managing through this thing we call life, and just trying to be the greatest person I can be for myself, my son, my husband, my family. And I just wanted to say thank you for watching this, and thank you for sticking with me all these years. Like, a lot of you guys been rocking with me for like 9 years. And I'm so proud of myself that I have kept this weight off that long. And so at first I was beating myself up very hard about this weight gain. And I was just beating myself up about it. And I'm just tired of beating myself up about it. So when you get tired of beating yourself up about it, then you start doing something about it, right? So now I'm doing something about it. I'm not ashamed. I just have not been in a place to feel like I'm sharing from the heart and not out of obligation. And I feel like that's something I have always done. I've been a genuine, kind-hearted person. And I feel like the things that I used to share or give came from the heart. And I would like to keep it that way. So, I'm sorry, my mouth is so dry. Today I'm doing a 24-hour fast, so I haven't drunk as much water as I need to. But whatever. I need to get some water soon. So I just wanted to say hello, and I'm here. I'm okay. And I'm about to hit this gym up. So anyways, peace, love, and happiness.